What I, me again, talking about some basketball. So, today I want to talk about a question that I have been pondering, which we will not reach any sort of answer, presumably for, the next 20 to 30 to 40 years at least. But the question I've been thinking of is, obviously, recently LeBron James became the first player ever to reach 40,000 career points. And I don't think anyone will ever be able to do that again. Because I've been running the numbers. I've been in here doing math, guys. And there's no way. There's no way. You would have to be a superhuman like LeBron to score them 8 points. And you would literally have to either come into the league right after your freshman season of college and, hopefully be one of the younger guys in the class so that you haven't even turned 19 yet. Or the NBA's got to start letting people come out of high school, and you got to come out when you're like a junior in high school and, play for at least like 18 seasons, right? So going back to the math, right? So let's work through this a little bit. So 40,000 points, let's say divided by 20 years, that's 2,000 points a season, right? So you divide that by 82 games. That's 24.39 points per game per season. And that's if you play every single game in your career, which is not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Right? So let's run that back again. Let's do 40,000 divided by 20 seasons, and then let's do it divided by, let's say you play 65 games a year. That means if you play 65 games each season for 20 seasons, you need to average 30.77 points per game. So 30.8 points per game for 20 years, and you can miss 17 games a season. That's virtually impossible, right? So let's see. Let's do it if you played 17 seasons, right? Let's do 40,000 divided by 17. That's roughly 2,350 points per season. Let's divide that by 82. So if you play 17 seasons, it's 28.69 points per game. And that's if you play every single game. So I think you guys get the gist here, that this is a very, very, very tough thing to do, which is why I have so much respect for LeBron, because of the longevity that he has had and the ability for him to, I've never, even in like record books, like players that I never even saw play in real life, really, like he has no drop off. Like every other player that's played for this long of a period of time, which is very few, or even players that have played 18 plus seasons, all of them have very significant drop-offs. Like Vince Carter was not putting up all-star level numbers in his last couple of years in the league, but Vince Carter could score with the best of anybody when he was in his prime. So I can't see someone beating this, or I don't think anyone's ever going to beat LeBron's record. Wherever he ends at, I don't think that's ever going to move. That's never going to move. No one's ever going to beat that record. Because realistically, he's going to play probably another 2 seasons. So by that time, he's going to be at like 42 or 43,000 points. That's like 5,000 more than Kareem. Like no one's beating that, right? But for someone even to get to 40,000 is just, I don't know how you're going to be able to do that. You literally would have to never get injured. You would have to play every single game, which even if you're not injured, coaches and owners are just going to take you out of the game and say you're not playing tonight because we need to preserve you, right? So it's just not going to happen anymore. So I don't know. I really don't think anyone's ever going to get to 40,000 again. right? I remember seeing something about Luca talking about how, you know, is he ever, think about beating LeBron's record, or, getting up to that high number in career points. And he even said, he was like, I'm not going to play that long. Like, there's no way I'm going to play that long. So, Luca's, his career average is probably high 20s, maybe very low 30s at this point for points per game. But even if he played, another 10 years, like, he's not getting to 40,000. It's gonna be virtually impossible for anyone to get to 40,000 again, which I think is just, I think people need to acknowledge that and know that, like you're never gonna see a player like LeBron James again. You will literally never see a player like LeBron James again. Just with the prolificness that he has as an athlete and as a basketball player, it's unmatched, right? And so I think a lot of people always have this debate of who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan. And, like, I'm not going to get into that right now, but LeBron has absolutely had the best career out of any NBA player ever. Ever. Because just, like, look at his resume, right? Sure, he doesn't have 6 championships like Michael Jordan, but he damn near has everything else. He has more points than Michael Jordan, has more assists, has more rebounds, has all of that, right? So when it comes to, like, stats and stuff, and I know it's not all about stats, but stats are going to tell you a story, right? Numbers don't lie. So I don't know. It's just, it's crazy to me. I didn't really do the math on it until recently, and I just thought it's interesting to talk about, like no one's ever gonna get to 40,000 again unless they play 20 plus years and are averaging over 25 a game for their career. It's crazy. It's crazy. So while we still have LeBron James playing in the NBA, I suggest that everyone who's a huge NBA fan like me cherish it, because this is a once in a lifetime type of guy that you're watching right now. So enjoy it, cherish it, watch as many LeBron James games as you can, because you're not seeing anything like this anytime soon.